How are you feeling? Is it actually sunk in? What does it feel like to win the X Factor?
Oh, there's no way to describe winning the X Factor. It's finally sunk in because I've been doing a lot of talking about it, and yeah, it's great. I mean, you know, I feel like the luckiest man on earth at the minute.
What's the weirdest thing about your life that's changed throughout the whole series that you maybe were not expecting to change?
Yeah, you know, the weirdest thing is when you leave a hotel or wherever you're staying or a studio, you know, you've got people clambering to give you Twitter names so you can follow them, and it means so much to people, and you see, you know, you see the excitement on these people's faces. And my life before this was like, the best thing I ever did for anyone was probably like borrow them £1 or something. I don't know, but it's nice to see the reaction on people's faces and make people happy.
And you've got lots of ladies after you. I'm not saying they weren't before, but
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's even more now.
Well, they weren't, you know, there weren't a massive amount of ladies interested before. I was always a boyfriend kind of guy. I was like to just have a girlfriend and you know, stick with one person. But yeah, it's nice to have female attention. Yeah, you know, I'm
So you're
flattered
telling
by
me
it.
that's now changed? You're not every girl's dream boyfriend because you actually you want to kind of get out there and have some fun?
Well, you know, I'd like to get out there and meet people and you know, and find the right person for me. I'm under no illusions that I'm some heartthrob or anything like that. So that hopefully I'll find someone who maybe isn't interested in the fact that I do music or is in the same sort of business and isn't interested in me purely because I was on a talent show or something like that.
So Simon,
Yeah.
he's been in touch.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about meeting up with him and working with him? And
Yeah, I'm really excited to meet Sam McCollum. I've got a lot of respect for the man. I think he's, you know, he's done a lot for the music industry in terms of he's changed people's lives. He's found people from the gutter and you know, he's made them into stars and you know, you only have to look at people like One Direction and Leona Lewis and JLS. They've achieved massive success and they came from humble beginnings and you know, he's really found talent and nurtured it in the right way.
do you think the X Factor needs him back?
I think, you know, the panel that we've got at the minute's doing all right. I've just got the fastest selling X Factor winner single yet, so they can't be doing too much wrong. But you know, if Simon comes back, I'm sure people would love to see that.
Obviously, we had Week In, Week Out, the judges judging you.
Yeah.
It's your turn now to judge the judges.
Yeah.
Who was the best judge, do you think?
Nicole was the best judge. She's my girl. I love Nicole, and I'll forever remain friends with her because she's inspired me so much, and I just admire her and her work. Actually, she's brilliant.
Do you think she'll be back?
You know what? It's up to Nicole. She's an artist. She might want to do her own. You know, I know she writes all the time, so she might want to put music out there next year. And it's whether or not she has time. But I think the UK are in love with her, and they would love her back. So I'd love to return to the X Factor next year as a guest and see her behind the panel. That'd be amazing.
And who would your dream collaboration be outside of the parameters for the show?
Yeah.
Well, it's any of the judges, obviously, but you know, people who are kind of out there at the moment. Who would you love to work with?
People who are out there at the moment. I mean, my dream collaboration would be Lauryn Hill, but that's a long shot, or Eminem. But people who are out there right now, there's an endless list of people. I wouldn't even like to shortlist them. But you know, the obvious ones are, you know, Emily Sandé, who's you know, amazing. Ed Sheeran, Labyrinth, Plan B. You know, there's a lot of people out there right now that are great.
You kind of got a game plan for like the next.
You know, my plan is basically to get in the studio, lay down every song I've ever written, and shortlist that into the best possible album I can have, and then after that, it's about producing them in the right way, and I will definitely be writing, you know, all the tracks on my album.
And if you could have a wish for 2013, what would your wish be? If I could grant you anything, if I had those powers.
In 2013, I would love to bring out an album and it, you know, it'd be a worldwide success, and yeah, and just really help some people out with the stories I'll tell in my songs.
How have your friends and family reacted to you winning?
They hate it. They wish it never happened. No, I'm kidding. No, they've reacted amazingly to it. They're just very proud because they've seen me work really hard over the years to try and make sure that I make music my full-time job and that I can make a living out of it. And now, you know, they've seen me do that in the best possible way.
And what about the other contestants? Who do you think you'll stay in touch with?
I'll stay in touch with all the contestants that were involved this year. It's been a joy to be around them, especially Jermaine. I absolutely adore the man. I think he's a real inspiration.
Chris has taken a bit of a beating in the press of late.
Yeah.
What's he really like behind the scenes? You know, there's some sort of speculation about what he was up to on Sunday. And
I think a lot of you know, Chris has had to undergo a lot of criticism, and I feel for him because I think he's had a bit too much of a battering. But I can't really comment on you know, what's true or what's false, because I've just been focusing on what I'm doing and you know, keeping my eye on the prize.
fair enough. Would you say he's a nice lad?
Yeah, I mean, he's never done anything to harm me. He's always been all right with me, so I can't really comment on you know, how he's been with anyone else.
And what's the most showbiz thing that you've got coming up that you're excited about, that you get to do?
Well, tomorrow I'm actually going to do a signing for the single in Middlesbrough, so there's going to be a lot of people there, and I'm going to feel quite special for the day.
Are you I don't know, I'm sure you weren't surprised how well the single is doing, but are you sort of relieved that it is, that all the hype is right and it's now your turn to bask in the glory?
You know, when people today started, you know, throwing statistics around about the fastest selling single, I was like, really? Like, this is incredible. The show's been going a lot of years, and there's, you know, there's press about it needing a revamp and things like that, and here we are with a really successful single, and I'm just glad to be a part of that.
We are Truth Loader. We're a new YouTube channel using citizen journalism to make better sense of this world. We've made loads of videos about what's happening in Syria, Israel and Palestine, and plenty of other topics. They're all in our playlists, so do check them out. We also investigate things which you probably won't see on other news channels, things like what is the dark web, is there life on Mars, and things of this nature, so check out Truth Loader Investigates. And we are also hosting live debates in the form of Google Hangouts. We have one this Thursday on the 13th of December at 7:30 p.m, so check that out as well. If you're still not sure, check out our mission statement. It's annotated on the screen right now. And the best thing you can do to make sure you don't miss out on all this great stuff is hit subscribe, and we'll see you on Truth Loader.